You've branded your own cryptocurrency. You're not profiting off of the cryptocurrency.
I haven't even looked.
Has your family?
I'll tell you what, look, if I own stock in something and I do a good job and the stock market goes up, I guess I'm profiting. But who really profits is somebody like Nancy Pelosi, who uses inside information.
It's a reflex. On Saturday, that was NBC's Kristen Welker questioning President Donald Trump about his meme coin. That coin spiked in value after it was revealed that the coin's top holders would get to have dinner with the president. But there's even more crypto corruption where that came from. And before we dive into that, Cenk, what's your first? I mean, first of all, we were just talking about the president blaming Biden for everything. He cannot talk. He cannot say anything without reflexively calling out a Democrat.
Yeah, look, I understand politics is about messaging and you want to say the other guys are bad guys and we're the good guys and we do great and they do terrible. I understand that. But you're the president of the United States now. It's time to grow up, okay? So we all know that Biden didn't create the stock market turbulence. We saw it with our own eyes. He handed you a very healthy stock market, really great unemployment numbers. There was issues with inflation. So there was, we said that before the election. So we care about the truth. So now you come in, you do, I'm gonna do wild nuclear tariffs on the whole world. Oh, the stock market crash, it was Biden. You look like a child. And all this trolling and stuff. Trolling's when you're in the opposition. Trolling is when you're a 13-year-old or a 23-year-old in your mom's basement. You're the commander in chief. Try acting like it. So now you're gonna see, he doesn't care about that. He just cares about the robbery. So these like meme coins and World Liberty Financials, we're gonna give you the details here, just become a giant corruption scam, okay? So he's fleecing us and handing foreign policy to other governments. Let's give you the details.
Yeah, and the unprecedented nature of that too. I mean, what isn't allowed? I mean, he's running businesses and profiting off of his position in ways that are unprecedented. Yep, do presidents make money? A lot of them do after they leave, after they sell a book. They put people in positions to make money. This is the most blatant violation of emoluments and all of that. And to put it into perspective, to see just how much money is being made by President Trump. Let's listen to Harry Enton at CNN break down this cryptocurrency money grab by the Trumps.
The Trump family overall, how much have they made on crypto, at least on paper? Get this number. It is about $1 billion. Look at what Forbes has found. What they have found that over the last year, you go back to last year, look, Trump was worth a lot of money, but it was $2.3 billion. Look at how much he's worth now. It's more than doubled. In my opinion, crypto voters, those who own crypto, may have made the difference in the 2024 election. Why? Wow. Because take a look here. How much more did crypto voters support Donald Trump versus those who didn't own crypto? Look at that. Trump did. Get this, his margin was 24 points higher among crypto owners than non-owners. They, of course, have made up an increasing share of the electorate, north of 10% of the electorate now. And in my opinion, Trump getting close with crypto may have made the difference and put him over the top.
Yeah, I don't really agree with the political analysis from Harry there. I like Harry, I think he's good. He's a Bills fan with that accent, which is kind of weird because he should be a Jets fan, but I'm neither. But he's got that Jets fan accent, so it's curious to me. I don't think that crypto voters were a big enough difference. I think we know what went wrong for Democrats in 24. It wasn't the crypto vote, in my opinion, though that gap is extraordinary. A company called World Liberty Financial, though, is raising the most red flags in all of this. It's a Trump family venture that Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump are especially involved in. It has pitched itself as a new kind of online bank, and it lets users borrow and lend money with digital currency. Last week, Zach Witkoff, a founder of World Liberty Financial, made a stunning announcement. MGX, a fund backed by Abu Dhabi, will be investing $2 billion into Binance using World Liberty Financial's stable coins. As the New York Times writes, those funds alone could generate tens of millions of dollars a year in revenue for the Trump family and its partners at World Liberty. That's David Yaffe Bellamy. And the rabbit hole goes even deeper. According to the Times, the World Liberty Financial has been touting its connection to the Trump family in order to secure investments. It's a black spot on our industry. Andre Cronje, a founder of Sonic Labs, a crypto firm that turned down World Liberty's pitch. Anyone who accepted would obviously think they're going to make money because it's the officially endorsed Trump project. This is the sitting president. They kept telling us we're super close to Trump, said Mike Salagze, the chief executive of EtherFi, a crypto startup that World Liberty approached. That Trump endorsement was always part of World Liberty Financial's business model, right? You sell because you have a connection to the president. Before its launch, the venture created a 13-page pitch document called the Gold Paper. On the cover was a portrait of, yeah, you guessed it, Trump. He would serve as the company's chief crypto advocate, the paper said. Foreign investors poured money into World Liberty Financial after the 2024 election. DWF Labs, a crypto firm based in the UAE, in the United Arab Emirates, announced this month that it had bought 25 million of World Liberty Financial dollars and it was opening a New York office. Our visibility in the US has been increased because of this deal, Andrew Grachev, the managing partner of DWF Labs, said in an interview, we would like to have direct dialogue with the policymakers. Trump's policies have also benefited World Liberty Financial. Here is one example of that. In March, Trump announced the crypto reserve containing 5 digital currencies. One of them is a cryptocurrency called Ether. Over the previous few months, the company that had bought $240 million worth of Ether, according to Arcam, a crypto data firm, the day the president announced the crypto reserve, the value of World Liberty's Ether stash rose by $33 million, assuming it had not sold any of its holdings. In February, Eric Trump passed along some investment advice to his followers on X. In my opinion, it's a great time to add Ether money, or Ether. You can thank me later, he added, before deleting that line. And that's, we just heard the president complaining about Nancy Pelosi and insider trading. This is insider trading. I mean, the most blatant insider trading, so much so that it's outsider trading because he's telling you what's happening on the inside. And if the name Zach Witkoff sounds familiar to you, his father is Steve Witkoff. Steve Witkoff is the president's, who is he? He's the president's main negotiator in the Middle East. So he's got all this happening with Abu Dhabi and the Emirates, and he's also the person who's negotiating every deal for the president in the Middle East, and his son, oh, by the way, is running World Liberty Fund. The familial ties are unbelievable.
So far from what I read in the papers, I kind of like Steve Witkoff's role in Israel-Gaza situation. He's been trying to get to peace negotiations. It seems earnestly so much so that the Israeli side's mad at him. Good, God bless. Does that mean I'm okay with his son and Trump's son running these giant scams all over the Gulf, etc.? No, I'm not okay with it. And so Witkoff is in charge of Middle Eastern policy now, and the two sons are making these deals. Who was in charge of Middle East policy last Trump term? Right, Jared Kushner. And what happened with Jared Kushner, his son-in-law, right after the election? Oh, right, the Saudis gave him $2 billion. Okay, so in this case, there's another $2 billion coming. We'll tell you about that in a second. And here it is now. Witkoff's son and Trump's son are making the deal. So this stuff's pretty obvious. So now getting to the corruption.
Well, let me kind of just drop in on the Witkoff son. I agree with you about Witkoff in that the right people are saying the right things about Witkoff, right? Or the criticism that he's getting from Israel, important, and it makes you like the guy a little bit more. This to me diminishes it because it makes you question, what's his role in the Arab world? How financially interested is he? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm questioning it just because of the fact that his son's got this sweetheart deal with a crypto firm that's making money for the president. So it certainly tarnishes anything you may think positively about Steve Witkoff.
By the way, there's also a chance that look, I don't think this is the case, but could he be leaning in favor of the Palestinians because his son is now getting billions from the Arab countries in the Gulf. I don't know, because they're getting billions from the Arab countries. How do we know, right? And of course, Israel and people who support Israel give tons, hundreds of millions of dollars in campaign contributions here. So now we're in an auction. I told you we'd get in an auction. I told you other countries would figure it out, right? So here we are. So on Ether, clear $33 million right in his pocket. That's not campaign contributions. That's as close to a bribe as you can get. Now the second part. Now we've told you different parts of this before. I'm just gonna remind you of one of the most egregious ones. This is also from the same story in the New York Times. Sitting alongside Mr. Woodcock and Eric Trump was one of the World Liberty's top investors, Justin's son. Who's Justin's son? A Chinese-born billionaire who runs the crypto platform Tron. Interesting. I wonder what happened with him. Son bought $75 million in World Liberty financial coins after the election. Well, I wonder if that bought him anything. Let's find out. About a year earlier, the Securities and Exchange Commission sued Mr. Sun, accused him of manipulating the price of Tron cryptocurrency. But I bet Trump didn't take his foot off the gas pedal, because he is honest and he's for the little guy, okay? So this guy gives him $75 million into his BS company? He's not gonna, well, wait a minute. When Mr. Trump took office, the SEC asked the federal judge to pause the case.
You're kidding.
Oh, that is so strange. It turns out for $75 million, you can stop an SEC case against you. By the way, manipulating the currency, you know what that does? That screws over the little guys who invested into that cryptocurrency. So he robs the average guy, and Trump goes, oh, I love robbing the average guy. You rob the average guy too? Okay, we're pretending to be for the average guy. Then they laugh. And then he lets go of the investigation, etc. And wait, hold on, the last thing, this is important. So now, but wait a minute, that's 75 million, 33 million, that's chump change. Because Abu Dhabi's giving him 2 billion. They're putting 2 billion into World Liberty Financial's coin, and then that coin is going to be used to do other transactions. Now that doesn't mean Trump gets the whole $2 billion, but since his currency is being used, they could then use the money that's deposited there to make money on their own, which is worth tens of millions of dollars, potentially hundreds of millions of dollars.
Not to mention transaction fees from that operation they have as well. So the transaction fees are a big feature of it.
Right, and the company and the country that is doing that, the company is MGX. Oh, well, who are they led by? Probably an American, right? I mean, he wouldn't do a deal with a foreign government. In fact, he literally said he wouldn't. MGX is led by Sheikh Tahnoun bin Zayed Al Nahyan, an Emirati royal who serves as the nation's national security advisor. So our president is making a deal with the national security advisor of the United Arab Emirates.
Right.
That's to the tune of $2 billion, and will get him in his pocket tens of millions of dollars at a minimum. But don't worry, he won't favor the UAE, because you know one thing about Trump, he's true. Doesn't care about money at all. If you know Trump, you know he's never cared about money. Just cares about principles. That's why that Ether thing was so curious, and the Sun thing was so curious, and the other guy who gave his campaign $1.9 million and then got pardoned from a fraud case, that was so curious. And then the United Arab Emirates giving him all this money, so curious. But you know what? He's probably taking all that money because he needs it to drain the swamp. I just figured it out.
Well done.
Okay. Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.